I'm here to present a very short presentation on historical critical exegesis based on our reading by Stanley. In the beginning of the chapter, he opens with various quotes, but Benjamin Jowett said something very important. I'm just going to use the last end of the quote. He says, the true use of interpretation is to get rid of interpretation, so it leaves us alone in the company of the author. I do not believe you can properly interpret or exegete a biblical text without understanding the connotation in which the author actually wrote and discovering authorial intent. So historical critical exegesis in essence is treating the Bible as a historical book written by or a historical record of the ancient Jews' beliefs about God and Jesus of Nazareth. Modern scholars today say there's various layers or an accumulation of layers over time that must be pulled away so that we can see the heart of the scripture. So it's the task or the purpose of the exegete is to peel back these various layers that historically was seen unlikely to fit within the scripture. And Stanley presents 8 principles. The first principle he presents is doubt, where new discoveries and knowledge creates doubt within old and established traditions. He also talks about perspicuity and right reason, that we have to be optimistic that we're going to be able to find the meaning of the Bible and that we can uncover that. He also talks about the single literal meaning of the author, that the Bible can only make one sense, and that is the literal sense, which led him to a loss of spiritual senses, that if we can make sense of the Bible literally, then there would be no need for spiritual assistance in interpreting the Bible. That's uninspired and it's diverse. Since inspiration was brought into question, then that would make the Bible not a divine book, but just a historical record. And so the Bible would then in essence be a contradiction and non-conforming, that the Bible, or it's free from dogma, that the church or the exegesis or the church tradition had no influence on how people exegeted a biblical text. And this separation had an impact on the church's theology. Not only that, there's historical criticism and academic precision, that we have to discern the author's singular intent and then the irrelevance of virtue. That virtue is not needed when we interpret the scripture. The first form of criticism we have is source criticism, and it is considered the oldest of modern critical methods of analyzing scripture. Appeared in the 17th and 18th century, and basically any changes in the text were explained through written sources, and there was various sources on how they interpreted the text. The second one is form criticism, and they looked at forms by how humans express themselves linguistically, laments, hymns, curses, and legends. And within that you have what we call the structure, genre, setting, and intention. Then we have the redactation criticism, and this seeks to bear historical and theological record of the Bible, where we analyze not only the written but the oral interpretations of the Bible. And lastly, in our video presentation, in essence, the presenter in the video was saying that scholars believe that the final form of the Pentateuch was the product of 4 streams. Those 4 streams are J, P, E, and D. And all those documents were woven together to form a final task, J, P, E, and D. So hopefully you enjoyed this little video. Hopefully this may have cleared up some things for you that you may not have known about exegesis.